So we'll be looking at the brachial plexus above the clavicle. So to start, we'll place a linear high-frequency probe just slightly above the clavicle, and we'll look for the subclavian artery. So you can see the subclavian artery right here with this arrow. Okay. Once we've found the subclavian artery, we'll look laterally to find our brachial plexus. So the brachial plexus is all these hypoechoic little circles here. Okay, that's all part of the brachial plexus. At this level, it's largely the trunks of the brachial plexus. So as I scan up, we'll start to identify some more neural structures. Okay, so I'm just scanning upwards. Okay. So here's the transverse process of C7, okay? And if I scan slightly down, we see the C7 nerve root, okay? I know that that's the C7 transverse process because it lacks an anterior tubercle. In its place, what we'll see is we'll see the vertebral artery and vein here, which you can see on color power Doppler. So we'll scan up even higher, and we'll find the transverse process of C6. So you can see here's the transverse process of C6, okay? And here's the C6 nerve root. So the anterior process of C6 is also called Chastenack's tubercle. This is a very prominent anterior tubercle. So if I scan up even higher, we'll see the transverse process of C5, which is right here, okay? And you'll see the C5 nerve root, which is here. Another important characteristic is if I scan back down to C6, you'll see that the C6 nerve root often splits into multiple hypoechoic fascicles, which you can see there. So if I continue to scan upwards, we'll see the transverse process of C4, okay? And the C4 nerve root, which will go in to form the cervical plexus. Okay. So if I scan up even higher, we'll see the transverse process of C3. And again, C3 will go to form the cervical plexus. Okay. We scan up even higher, we might see C2. But scanning above like C5, it's often difficult to recognize the transverse processes of the cervical spine.